So here I'm going to show you a few different possibilities for fit. This is a size 4 on a size 5 hoof. This is a size 5 on a 5 hoof. So this fit is actually quite perfect. And what you can look at is the amount of space here. I believe the magic number is 6 millimeters. You don't want it to expand greater than 6 millimeters. For these things, you want them to be nice and loose. And this is a size 4. These worked. The only thing is that they seemed a little tight when I put them on, and also they did rub a little bit. It's a small type of rubs like a blister on new shoes. But the rubbing has since come down, lessened a lot after, you know, them breaking in and stuff like that. So these actually will work, but you can see the gap here is just more than over here. This is a size 5, and this seems to fit a lot nicer. See how it envelops the whole hoof inside? This might be a little, yeah, that's a little bit tight right now. So you don't want it to be that tight. It might not be a problem, but I don't put it on that tight. I like to put it on like this. So here you can see how it looks like in the back. This one is a little bit snug. You might get some rubbing issues, but you might also not after it breaks in and softens up a little bit. There's still quite a lot of space. And then this one has a lot more space. And really the size difference between the two is kind of like a half size difference. So now this is a size 3 boot on a size 5 hoof. And you can see how the hoof sticks out a lot more, and it's not sitting evenly on here. That also might be his hoof and stuff like that. He also turns and everything, so it might be some of that too. I'm just pointing out some differences. So you see there's a lot more gap over, or the hoof is sticking out. So this one is way too small. Plus look at this gap here. This is more than 6 millimeters right there. And that's what they're saying. It was really hard for me to put this on. This is a size 3 on a size 5 hoof. But the thing is, I could still put it on. And that's the thing with these, because they flex and mold and stretch to the hoof, they actually fit a wider range of sizes. But when you look at the back, you can tell a lot better that this is too tight. So now I can't fit my finger in there very well at all, and it just seems a lot tighter. So now this is a size 5 on a size 3 hoof. Where you can really tell the difference is now I can stick a bunch of fingers in here. This is way too loose. So this will come right off of him. Plus, when I do the turn test, I can totally turn it. It doesn't turn all the way around, but it turns, and you can even see here, the heel bulbs are not, see, that's a little bit too tight. His heel bulbs are kind of bulging out of there, so that's a little too tight. But this one, his heel bulbs aren't really coming out enough at all. And so they can just slip right out. On this one that's way too loose, you can see the gap in there. And this one that's too tight, you can see there's no gap at all. In fact, this can't even pull this out anymore because it's that tight. This one I can definitely pull, so that's way too loose. This one is perfect. I can pull a little bit, but it's fine. This one is not bad. I can pull a little bit, but it's fine. This is right at probably the maximum size for the size 4 boot right now. Perfect fit. A little bit too tight, but can still work, but might have some rubbing. Way too tight and way too loose. Did you just see that the whole boot was actually hanging down, and then he stepped back into it? That one is just way too loose. That's 2 sizes too loose. They also come with the different gaiters. I use the gaiters. I totally recommend the gaiters, and I didn't show them much because I wanted you to be able to see the heel bulbs. The gaiters just sit over there like this, so it just covers this part here. They also sell endurance gaiters that seem to cover the sides more. I'm interested in trying those out, but I haven't yet. So if I do try those out, I'll let you know what I think about them. These ones, their only drawback is the Velcro, but Scoot Boot is redesigning all of their gaiters, and they're going to make it have another type of attachment. This one, it's okay, but I did lose one of these gaiters already out on the trail. But I definitely do recommend the gaiters, especially if you have a slight rubbing problem. It's the difference between wearing socks and not wearing socks and a pair of shoes that don't quite fit perfectly, you know, so these can make a difference. I know that it's totally challenging trying to find the right hoof fit for your horse. There is no one hoof boot that is going to fit all the different types of, you know, hooves out there, but luckily they each of the different brands and models tend to kind of geared towards a certain type, so definitely contact the manufacturer and talk to them. This is better for a barefoot horse with a barefoot trim that has prominent heel bulbs, not high heels and stuff like that. So definitely look at their sizing, the sizing page on their website, talk to them and stuff like that and see what works best. All these different companies, they offer that, you know, talk to them and see what works for your horse. I'm just trying to give you as much data as I can to help you out in your search and your journey. So there you go. If there are any questions, go ahead and leave them for me in the comments below. Otherwise, thanks for watching.